Hello friends, this is Jackie and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I have a fairly simple card using new products from the Maker Forte May release. I'm going to be using the On Track stamp set, the Boho watercolor stamp set, Vegas strip, Coral keys, and Eclipse black ink that I'm going to be using later on. Now to make this background, I wanted to kind of make it, even though I didn't want it to be perfect, I did want it to line up a little bit, so I went ahead and just marked off the center point of this card panel. This is an 8x2 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 panel, and I marked it off at 2 1/8 and 2 3/4. That way I have a good center point to start stamping. So with this particular stamp, it's easy because it's got the hole, so I could center the stamp in it, and I just went along and just did the coral key on that open circle, then the small circles around it, and then repeated the pattern all the way around. The only problem I had is I had to make sure that I didn't stamp in the wrong color ink. I did do that on one of my takes and had to start all over. So then I just finished off the card panel just all the way around, and it came across really simple. And I knew I wanted to go ahead and have the same blue stripe, a strip of paper across it. So I just got a scrap piece of paper, and using the ink pad, you just rub it across it, and now I've got a strip that's going to be the same, because I know I don't have a cardstock that is that same color. And it looks kind of splotchy, but it does dry more even. So then I got the airplane that from the new On Track stamp set. I think this set has got some really fun stamps. So I went ahead and stamped this with the Eclipse black ink, and it's got really very thin lines, so I didn't want to press too hard. I just wanted to have a nice even coverage, and it was easy. It stamped in one take, no problem whatsoever. Coloring this airplane in my cool grays. So I'm starting off by coloring with C05, and I'm just giving it a little bit of a highlight in some of the darker or the shadowed areas, and I'm going to be focusing a lot on the propeller area because I think that's what I thought it needed to look like. It had movement. So again, starting with the C05, and then I go on to the C03 and just blend it out a little bit. And then I go to the C01 and then down to the C00, because I really didn't want to have a ton of color since the background is so bright and there's so much of it. I just wanted to highlight this airplane and make sure that you could see it and it would come off of the page a little bit, and I think it really did. So I decided I was just going to fussy cut this. I do have a scan and cut, but sometimes it takes longer to get the scan and cut set up. So I just went ahead and fussy cut this airplane out, and it did not take me but just a couple of minutes. Now for the sentiment, I did choose one that was in the same set, and it reads, "In life, you are either a passenger or a pilot. It's your choice." I think this would make a really good graduation card, because right now a lot of these kids are trying to figure out what they're going to do with life, whether it be a high school graduate or a college graduate. You know, there's still a lot of choices that need to be made. Now off camera, I went ahead and cut out this circle, and just in white cardstock. I think that it needed it to kind of offset the colors, and so that I had something to put this airplane on, because I just didn't like it straight on that blue. Now friends, here, please, when you're adding on your front panels to your card bases, please check that you have it right side up. Cannot tell you how many times I've had to tear apart a card because I've gotten the front panel upside down. So that's just a little friendly reminder to please always check, because I almost did it on this card here. Now I've added some dimensional foam tape to the back of this airplane. I had some thin strips that I had bought on Amazon. I'll add that link to the description below. So here I'm also adding some more dimensional tape. This is just 1/2 inch tape that but I'm adding it to the back of the sentiment. It's just a personal preference. I really like the way that it looks when it pops off the page a little bit. So friends, this is it for this card. Give me a like, follow my YouTube channel, and until next time, have a good day. Bye.